All right, that's the economic picture. Now, we'll also have to start keeping an eye out on the earnings season. We are just round the corner from the Q1 earnings season. CRISIL has put out their take on what the earnings season could look like. So, they are expecting some negative surprises, particularly on the revenue growth side, with revenue growth expected to slip to about 14% versus 17.5% a year ago. This would be the lowest in about 6 quarters. Joining us here in the studio, Prasad Koparkar, Senior Director at CRISIL Research. Sir, thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Let me just start with the basic takeaway. So, this is the lowest that we'd seen about 6 odd quarters. What are the incremental negatives, firstly at a macro level, which is going to bring down revenue growth?
Right. I think incrementally what we are seeing is that volume growth is declining and pricing power is anyway not there. Despite the inflation that you have seen, corporate India doesn't have pricing power today. So it's a combination of volume and price, and we are seeing it pretty much across many sectors.
And what's the sectoral breakup? Which are the ones which are weakest, which are holding up relatively better?
Yeah, the sectors I think which are clearly showing pretty weak revenue growth are what you would expect: the housing, construction, hotels. Hotels, for example, the occupancy rates are at 60% now, which is a 5-year low. Auto, again, in the first 2 months, April and May, you have seen significant negative numbers, barring two-wheelers. So these are the sectors we are seeing clearly an impact of both consumer sentiment as well as high rates.
And which are the ones which are relatively better off? I mean, is it just, what about the export-led sectors, for instance?
I think those are the sectors which are still holding up. You're absolutely right, thanks to the currency. So pharma, IT, I think to some extent telecom, because in telecom what has happened is that, the tariffs have now stopped falling. In fact, they have gone up. The ARPUs have actually started stabilizing for last 4-5 quarters. So that is where you are seeing some stability now.
Okay, and I think we have a breakup of those sectors. Can we put them up on the screen just so viewers have a reference? But just wondering, sir, how is this shaping up in terms of margins then? Because margins on a quarter-on-quarter basis, you're saying, are not coming down, but on a year-on-year basis, they're lower.
Absolutely. I think if you look at on a year-on-year basis, we are going to see a sharp decline. But what we are saying is that if you compare to the last quarter, margins will be flattish. However, I would like to just caution saying that, it's not a bottoming out that is happening across sectors. In fact, we are saying that out of 26 sectors that we are covering, 15 are still going to see even a sequential decline.
On margins?
On margins.
Okay.
And only a few sectors where we are seeing actually a positive or flattish kind of a margin.
Okay. And, what all is impacting the margins? Is it interest cost? Is it just not the ability to pass on any input cost increases, combination of all?
It's a combination of, in auto, for example, volume is pretty much negative.
Yeah.
In some of the sectors where fuel is an important component, year-on-year coal prices are significantly higher, though they have started declining. So it's a combination, I would say, of, input prices, or overcapacity related pricing issues.
I was looking at your presentation, and this is not strictly linked to this time's earnings, but there was an interesting part about fixed asset growth being about at 5-year lows. Capex growth is looking extremely weak. Can you just detail those trends for us?
Yeah, again, this is a big debate point in terms of what is happening to investment cycle. So we looked at our sample companies. There are about 250 companies accounting for 65% of market cap.
Yeah.
And what has happened is that the investment in gross block has declined, has gone up only by about 13%, which is the weakest in last 5 years, is what we have said. And this is also reflected in the depreciation charge, which is coming in the P&L, which is actually at a 10-year low. So even if your margins at the EBITDA level are coming still under pressure,
yeah,
at a bottom line, if you see, actually the net profit has been relatively better compared to the operating margin.
Okay, got that. So this is, slightly more forward-looking, but, any indications at all which would tell us that this quarter would be the bottom, or is it too up in the air? It all depends on how the economy shapes up, I guess.
I think it depends on that. Clearly, our worry is on consumption, frankly speaking, because 60% of GDP is still from consumption driven. And as your guest earlier said, in terms of what's happening to the monsoon, will have a big impact. And beyond the point, if investment cycle doesn't pick up, your consumption can hold on only to so much time. Clearly, you are seeing impact of the inflation, higher interest rate, and even if you look at the pay hikes this year in the corporate India, it is very low. So somewhere I believe that consumption also will start getting impacted if these things don't improve. So, I won't say that from second or third quarter you will see things improving. But what we are saying is that the kind of margin pressure you saw last year, on across all the quarters, you saw pressure of over 200 to 250 basis points. We believe that kind of pressure is unlikely to be there unless there is a complete meltdown.
All right, got that, sir. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you giving us your sense. That's CRISIL, and the first one's out with an idea about how things would shape up in terms of margins, in terms of profitability. So important to bring that in.